The most exciting news for 2016 is SRAM's new red E-Tap group.
One of the really interesting things to see at the show this year for me is alternative group sets that have come out.
The wireless group is the talk of road cycling for a number of reasons. One is completely revamped how shifting is done. With the Shimano electronic group and the Campy electronic group, it was an electronic version of how shifting has always been done. Buttons in the same place, the same basic type of functionality. It was just an electric version.
The long-awaited SRAM E-Tap system is finally here. FSA have shown their electronic shifting system. Both wireless, both offer frame designers new options to take away cable routing, which could see some interesting things in the future.
SRAM's changed the whole paradigm. You shift one way with one button, you shift the other way with the other button. You press two buttons to shift the front derailleur. It's innovative, it's fun, it works well. It's just silly easy to use, it's silly easy to install.
Of course, there's also Rotor's hydraulic group set, which is a little bit different. It's a nice idea as well that there's going to be no loss of performance through cable friction, so it could work really well for TT bikes. They've also partnered with Magura, who work with Cervelo. The fact that there's a hydraulic rim brake option gives riders a lot more choice. Those who might not want to go right to discs yet, but want a really powerful braking system that they can still use their existing wheels with.
It's going to put the fear in the other component makers, which is a good thing for all of us.
So Canyon has showed off a bike that I've honestly been waiting for someone to build for years. It's the Ultimate CF SLX disc, which uses nearly identical geometry to the standard version that I like a lot already, but now with disc brakes front and rear, through axles front and rear, and clearance for 30mm tires. So it retains the race fit that I like, the race handling that I love, but now with room for higher volume tires that makes it capable on probably any type of road surface. And it's still light. The frame and fork and headset are claimed to weigh about 1,200 grams. It's a winner for me.
I think my favourite road product of 2016 at Eurobike is the fact that stages now for their power meters in SRAM Red and Campag versions to keep people with carbon crank arms happy. This is a fairly new development for stages because when they first launched they said that they weren't going to be able to do carbon crank arms. Obviously the technology's improved, so to see that is really exciting.
Another thing that I'm really excited about is the trend towards safety built into clothing and shoes and helmets and even bikes that looks cool. Giro's new Empire ACC reflective shoe looks gray in normal conditions, sharp looking lace-up shoe. When headlights hit it from a car, lights up like a ball of white flames on the feet. It lights up, keeps you safe, which is what you want.
Last year's pick of the show for me was the Argon 18 Nitrogen Aero road bike. This year they've brought out a pro version to go along with the Bora Argon 18 Pro Riders team. It's ultra light, ultra stiff, all the stuff you usually hear about. But the more interesting thing for me is that they've actually split the range. So there's a lower modulus version that's coming at a more reasonable price level. Given that they've improved the value, I think we can expect to see a lot more out on the road this year.
In carbon options for SRAM Red users and Campagnolo users. Campagnolo and Campag.
Pretty good, pretty fast. The data seems to be pretty strong on it, so I'll say pretty a few more times if you'd like.
So we got this ham sandwich here, but it's kind of a sad looking tomato.
Hands down the most exciting component for our... Sorry.